Welcome back to Inspiring Generations. I'm your host, Celeste Williams. There's so much things going on in the world today that inspire us, some things that don't inspire us, but I try to look for the good in all things, you know, because you never know when someone's going through something. And today I have a young man in the studio that inspires me. I knew him since he was 11, I believe, when I came into his life and he came into my life. We had a chance to deliver a message together at church. His message was much stronger than mine, though, because I had to reference him afterwards. But without further ado, I want to introduce my guest today, and his name is Brandon Coke.
Hello, guys. How you guys doing?
Welcome to the studio. Welcome to CCTV. That's Chelsea Community Cable Television.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon is visiting us today to bring us some words of inspiration for the youth, because in these times it's really hard for the young people. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on and that distract them. There's things that they can't do that they used to do before. And I'm so grateful that I have youth from my church family that inspire me all the time to keep the faith, to keep going, because they're so young and they are really trying to, you know, send a message to even the adults that if we can do it, you can do it. And I believe that the youth is worth looking up to, and I believe that a child shall lead. So on that note, I'm going to get into conversation with Brandon and ask Brandon,
Yes.
how old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
You're 17?
Yeah.
And I know you since you're 11, so
Mm-hmm.
it's been a while, right?
Yep, time flies.
Yeah, time goes by.
Mm-hmm.
He even was shorter than me when I first met him. And now he's growing up into a nice young man. I want to mention that Brandon is a youth minister. He's also a youth choir leader. So his life is faith-based. His mom's here in the studio today, and she keeps him grounded and focused. Mm-hmm. But I want to let Brandon talk a little bit about his music, because his music has a message, and his music is very inspirational. And what I wanted to know from you, Brandon,
Mm-hmm.
is what inspired you to write your song, Mama?
Well, what inspired me to write Mama, so basically my friend had a mother who passed away. And I feel like as a writer and as a songwriter, you should be able to write from different perspectives and different areas in your life, including love, death, or marriage. Even though I might have not been through losing my mother, I know how it feels to lose like a grandmother or someone that was close to me. So like when she told me about losing her mother, it really touched me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is your friend in a better place since losing her mom?
Since she lost her mom, it's been rough for her, I'm not gonna lie, because she still calls me to this day talking about her mom and her memories.
Mm.
But like, she told me that my song really touched her, and people have reached out to me from other people losing their moms and told me it touched them too.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Because it helps you understand
Yeah.
that, you know, maybe that person might be not doing so well in this life, but there is a better life.
Yeah, a better place.
A better place, right?
Yeah.
And so, being a youth minister, do you feel that inspired you more because you can find the words to inspire someone to feel better?
Well, when it comes to writing the lyrics, I feel like, I guess it does in a certain way, but like when it came to Mama, I feel like I need to shine some light on death, because death is not a bad thing. That's what people get confused these days. Death is like you're going to your Heavenly Father and you're in a better place. People want to see like, oh, I'm losing this person, but you'll reunite with them if you have faith in God.
Yes.
That's what I believe, yeah.
I mean, if you are a faith-based person and you're watching this program today, you will fully understand what Brandon and I are discussing, because faith has a lot to do with drawing strength and helping you to get through stuff. And so I felt there was a need for us to, send some healing, to our community, in some sort of way. And I feel that, like I said in the beginning, that youth are having a hard time with dealing with it. Do you find that on social media, do you get negative comments?
Like hate on social media?
Yes.
There will be some people who will comment and stuff, but that's what happens when you go into this industry. But like, I think I deal with it good with a good support system like my family.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they say all good things start at home, right?
Yep.
So Brandon's gonna sing a little bit of his song for us today, but that's gonna be like towards the end of our program. We want to get into a little bit of his background. So Brandon,
Yes.
were you born here?
Yes, I was born in Melrose.
You was born in Melrose?
Yeah, Massachusetts, yes.
All right. And where are your parents from?
My parents are from Jamaica.
All right. So, as I know, your mom's a very loving person.
Yes.
She's a really good person. And for what I hear, your dad is a very musical person himself.
Well, he's into music, but no talent at all.
No doubt.
If you hear him sing in the bathroom, oh my ears.
But we
But
know
it's okay.
Brandon actually has an older sister. Her name is Diantha, and we just celebrated her
Graduation.
college graduation right here in Chelsea. Right?
Yep.
At the hotel there in Chelsea, we celebrated. Brandon had some really nice words to say about his sister.
She's an inspiration to me. She's also a singer too.
This is what I know because I've seen you and her perform together.
Yes.
And she's so humble about her talent. She plays the piano. She is a great vocalist. And where did all this inspiration to sing come from? Did it come from church or did it come from home?
I think, and personally, because my mom used to tell me that when she had me and my sister, she used to like listen to a lot of music, and my dad was always listening to music around the house. And when we were like around the age of 3 or 5, they put us into the church choir automatically, and we fell in love with music.
Yeah. So, do you play an instrument?
Yes, I play the guitar.
Oh, my favorite instrument. I love the guitar. If anybody don't know me, they know I love a good guitar and a piano. Yes. So, are you planning on furthering your career in music?
Of course.
To the point where you're gonna leave us and just go off and be big time?
I mean, I'm never going to forget where I come from. That's one thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep God in my path. Wherever
Yeah.
He decides for me to be, that's
Yeah.
where I'm going to go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Brandon. I know that you had a message. One time you delivered at church, and it was about the cell phone.
Yes.
Can you give us a little bit of dialogue about that sermon or the message that you sent about the cell phone? I mean, just give us a little piece of it. What inspired you to think about as a youth? Because I know a lot of young people, they love their phone.
Yeah, they're addicted.
You take their phone away, they're going to beat you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. Or they be depressed for like forever until they get that phone back.
Yes.
Or they might do anything to get a phone. You know? That's the scary part.
Yeah.
But give us a little bit of why you.
So basically, like in that sermon, I basically connect the phone and the Bible. So when I did that, I was basically talking about how we rely on our phones we're so quick to go and gossip. We're so quick to go and text our friends, but can't spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes with God. And we bring our phones wherever we go. We can't even leave our house with our phones, but can't spend like 5 minutes to read our word. So I kind of compare and go back and forth about the phones and cell phones and how we rely a lot more on our phones than we do on God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that was a great message. You know, I didn't pull it out like that, but I was like, Brandon is right. I need to put my phone down for a little while. It doesn't just apply to young people. I mean, older people, they have an addiction with their phone too.
Yeah.
So we don't just want to put it on you guys.
True.
You know? So, Brandon, school.
Yes, school.
We want to talk school because school is going to stop back soon.
Yep.
But how did you get through school through COVID pandemic when it was like really in the height of it?
Oh, that was hard. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of kids have failed school, but like the funny thing is, I was on the honor roll that year, and I have been having good grades. But school, what can I say? You just gotta.
Just be honest. You
guys
know how
go
you
through
feel
it.
about it.
Well, not going to school because I'm like that type of person who loves to talk. That's why I'm here. I love to talk. I love the cameras.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
all
yeah.
that. So like when I'm in school, I feel like a star.
Okay.
Always raising my hand,
All
always
right.
answering the teacher's questions.
Yeah.
But then when it came to just being home and stuck, I kind of got a little bit depressed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I just
tell the
I
truth.
felt alone. I felt like I had no friends. No one was really checking up on me. I was just in my room, in my thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's what tears a lot
Yeah.
of kids down with depression. But I had to fight through it. I got through it.
Yeah, you definitely did because, you know, you still, our church never closed.
Yeah.
So that still was an opportunity to get out and not feel so isolated and be around people who love you and care about you
Yeah.
and want to see you succeed. And I wish that a lot of youth had that. You know, what we have, you know, with our church. I pray, not even wish, I pray, okay, that other, you know, young people, such as yourself, because none of us are perfect, right?
Yeah. None of us.
We're going to make mistakes in life. You know, but as Sister Henry says,
What she said.
you know what she says. She says, you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And if you fall down, you pick yourself back up and you get on the road and you get going and you start all over again. That is her words of inspiration, not mine. But I love it because she's not saying that you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Because everybody, you know, thinks that, you know, we dream. And we think that we're going to have all these big dreams and they're all going to come true.
Yeah.
And then when we fail and we get disappointed, we don't know how to handle it.
We gotta push through it.
And that's why she said, if, you know, some people say, why is she saying it's failing? Why is she say it's going to fail? Because you have to be honest in your life with people
Yes.
and make them know that you struggled as a teen. That person struggled as an adult. That person struggled as an elder. But if you're feeling isolated, right, it's hard, you know, to get back up out of it.
Yes.
But I'm thankful that you did come back out of it because I had the pleasure of being in your video, Mama.
Oh yeah. You did an amazing role.
I had the pleasure of being in Brandon's video. I know, Chelsea, y'all get a lot of seeing me because I just did a children's play not too long ago. It's called Florestina Finding Friends, you know? And so I love engaging and being in the community, sort of like yourself, and I love to
Yeah.
chat. So this is a great platform for me. What you're looking for right now, forward to going back into school now that you're in learning?
Well, for school, I'm just trying to focus on the goal. I'm trying to get a scholarship, hopefully, because I have very good grades, and go to college. Because, you know, when you have immigrant parents, they always want the best in education for you.
Please.
But I could never tell my parents I'm
I
dropping out
got a
of
father
school.
from Jamaica, and he still be telling me, you have to do this, you have to do that, because you're going to better yourself.
Yeah, it makes you a better person.
You know, sometimes I feel he's annoying when I call him and talk to him. Even at my age, he still
Yeah.
check up on me. And he's like, I hear your mom tell me that you're doing good things, you know?
Yeah.
That you gave your life to the Lord. And I said, Pop, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm trying. And so I can relate, to you. I love this chat with you. This is just a brief chat because I know that Brandon's going to sing for us in a little while. He's going to give us some acapella from his song Mama. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So do you want to bust us some acapella?
You want to hear some right now?
Give us some right now.
All right. You guys ready? I didn't hear you. Are you guys ready? Celeste, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready for it.
The conversations I have in the dark, I feel closer to you. The conversations I have in the dark, I feel closer to you. Lonely nights, sleepless nights, awful cry, breaking inside, breaking inside. Lonely nights, sleepless nights, awful cry, breaking inside. I feel all alone when I'm not next to you. Memory come, but they just don't fade. I miss your smile, your aura, your singing gaze. Mama, I miss you. Mama, 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 I miss you. Mama, 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 I miss you. How could God take you from me? How could God take you from me? Yeah, spread your wings and fly away. Fly away to a better place. No more pain and suffering. Only angels and their sweet harmonies. When she left, so did a part of me. Yeah.
That was
When she left, so did a part of me. Yeah. Mama.
beautiful. Yes. And this is why this young man inspires me so much. I had to have him come on Inspiring Generations with Celeste Williams. Because Celeste Williams can sing a little bit herself, right? Yeah, I tried, Brandon. I'm not as good as you. Now, you have another song
Yes.
that I want to know about.
Real ones.
How did you know? That one, I wanted to know what was that about. Because I search all my life to have people in my life that's real. And I didn't know if that's the angle you were coming from, but you're going to tell us, right? Right now. What is Real Ones about?
So, Real Ones is about, there's a lot of fake people now, and there's a lot of people we claim that are our friends, but are the same people who stab us behind the back and won't pick us up when we fall. So I'm talking about in Real Ones, I miss the real ones, the ones who ride till the end, the ones who never pretend. And I talk about, in the song also, another line said, the ones who stuck around when I swear I lost myself, when my heart needed stitches and the pain just ate me up. That's talking about during Corona, when I was at my lowest points and I had no friends to call. Even as a man, some people think a man can't cry. And I feel like it would be nice just to have a friend I could cry to or come to when I was down at my lowest. But I had no real ones.
Yeah.
And that's why I talk about in the song.
I watched the video. And I was like, Brandon is inspiring other youth to be aware of their friends.
Yes.
And be aware who you accept in your life. Be aware where people want to take you and go.
Yeah.
But being that you're a leader, that is another inspiration. Just in general, being a leader. Because somebody that leads knows how to pick themselves. That doesn't mean they never get down.
Yeah.
Because people think people that lead are always strong and confident, But we know that's not the case.
Nah.
We know that even the strongest people get down and, they're not feeling life sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And I thank you so much for bringing that song forward for the youth. Because the youth need message like that in this time.
Especially in this generation with like these friends that are bringing them down, and also these friends who are like bad influences on them. They know who their real ones are. Yeah.
And it's tough choices to make, though. How do you feel when you get into those situations and you're faced with choices of to go to the left or go to the right? Do you take a minute to meditate on it, or you just activate by peer pressure?
You see, me personally, no one's perfect. And I'm not perfect. Even though I go to church and I pray and I have a relationship with God, doesn't mean I'm perfect. But like some days I feel good. I feel like I'm on the right path. But there's sometimes I'll be knocked off my path due to friends' peer pressure. But never once have I led towards that pressure, because my mom always warns me about those friends and keeping them away. 'Cause even my mom knows she don't see friends come around the house no more. 'Cause I'm mostly to myself now, focusing on my goals.
Okay. That's great, because you're headed towards college, my friend.
Yes.
You know,
Pretty soon.
You're becoming a man. So a man have to make some tough decisions for his life, so he can have stability.
Yes.
You know, going forward. And I appreciate you so much for that. You know, Chelsea, let me tell you, we have a lot of good youth here, and I like to see you all do well. You know, but coming from me, it might seem a stretch, but I'm gonna let Brandon, that came to visit us and gave us such a beautiful music, give us some words of inspiration and let people know where they can get your music, what platforms you on, and things of that nature.
All right. So, a message to the youth and inspiring the generations. So basically, a message I have to you is to listen to your parents. Sometimes you might get annoyed or think they're bothering you, but my mom and my dad, I don't know where I would be without them. For their sacrifices they have made for me coming to this country without papers or having anything and no friends or family, and they made a life, my parents are real survivors. And also, one thing I also have to say to the youth is keep God in your right corner. Let God lead your path. Because there'll be a lot of temptations that will knock you off your path. There'll be a lot of people who will tear you down, but you gotta let God be a light and guide your path. And also, another message I also have is be careful who your friends are. Because friends will really corrupt you and lead you down the wrong path, lead you into stealing, lead you into a lot of things, smoking, cutting yourself, and don't let that happen. Because when you have God, anything is possible. And the last message I have is, I'm not saying be like me. You don't gotta be a singer. My path might not even be a dancer, but do what you want and follow your dreams.
Yes. Thank you for that, Brandon. Thank you. I want people to know that you can reach out to Brandon on his social media platform.
Oh, yes.
You also have your own record label, right?
Something like that.
Something like that. But it's like your own little company, right?
Yeah, I'm independent artist, not signed.
That's a God-blessed thing, man. That means that you're not bound by contract right now. So you could just like flow free and do your own style.
Yeah.
For what I heard, you like to do R&B. Is your
R&B singer.
R&B singer, the likes of Neo, Usher, and
Yeah.
the guys that came before them.
Yeah. Stevie
Like
Wonder.
Motown and all those guys, right, from Motown. You see, he's an old soul. He likes the R&B music, rhythm and blues, if you don't know what R&B is. My favorite music is what?
Reggae.
Ha! He knows me. See, he's getting to know me.
We're getting close.
Yeah. I remember one time when I first did a music for a church. And even Chelsea, people know every time I do a performance, it's going to be a reggae performance. It's going to be Bob Marley saying, they got so much things to say right now, so much trouble in the world is mine.
Yeah.
You know, all them tuned there because
Reggae just like moves your spirit.
they're tunes
It's
of
like,
inspiration.
Yep, exactly.
But that's what reggae is. It's a movement. R&B also comes out of that. Because remember Barry Salmon. If you don't know who Barry Salmon is, he's a reggae singer, but he sings rhythm and blues.
Yeah.
He does all the American covers and things like that. So coming out of Jamaica and seeing artists like that, I can see you on that platform. Definitely. Do you think about going to Jamaica to perform?
Definitely. Perform for my people. I'm thinking about kind of generating a type of genre, making a song hopefully towards reggae, but also keeping that R&B flow.
Yes.
So I'm thinking about experimenting with my music.
Sister Coke, I want to ask you to come up and just stand behind Brandon so I can let people know who's the woman behind this young man.
Oh, grand reveal.
Hey!
Hi,
Mom! This is Sister Coke. She's my sister in Christ and the mother of this lovely young man. And I just brought her up on stage here just so you can see the strength behind his amazing journey, you know? And her babies are leaving the house, but they always be back for food.
Right.
Always.
Trust me.
Nothing like the Caribbean food.
I know. It was lovely having you here on the show. And I hope that you come back and inspire us here with more music, more life lessons.
Of course.
Right? And be blessed on your journey, always. Okay? Don't let nothing tear you from your focus. Chelsea, I hope that you enjoyed this program today. I want to thank you for watching Inspiring Generations, and we'll see you back next time.
The conversations I have in the dark, I feel closer to you. I feel closer to you. The conversations I have in the dark, I feel closer to you. I feel closer to you. Lonely nights, sleepless nights, awful cry, breaking inside. Breaking inside. Lonely nights, sleepless nights, awful cries, breaking inside. Breaking inside. I feel all alone when I'm not next to you. Memory come, but they just don't fade. I miss your smile, your aura, your sun gaze. Mama, I miss you. Mama, 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 I miss you. Mama, 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 I miss you. How could God take you from me? How could God take you from me? Yeah, spread your wings and fly away. Fly away to a better place. No more pain and suffering. Only angels and the sweet harmony. When she left, so did a part of me. Hey. When she left, so did a part of me. Hey. The conversations I have in the dark, I feel closer to you. I feel closer to you. Lonely nights, sleepless nights, awful cry, breaking inside. Breaking inside. I feel all alone when I'm not next to you. Memory come, but they just don't fade. I miss your smile, your aura, your sun gaze. Mama, I miss you. Mama, 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 I miss you. Mama, 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 I miss you. How could God take you from me? How could God take you from me? Yeah, spread your wings and fly away.